So most people moving to Frisco or McKinney think they're making a safe choice. Same price range, same homes, same schools. It all looks the same online. But what they don't realize is they're not choosing between two similar cities. They're choosing between two completely different lifestyles. And I've seen this happen over and over again. People pick the wrong one and they don't realize it until they've already moved. So if you're trying to decide between Frisco and McKinney, this is the part no one's telling you about, and it's the part that will actually make or break your day-to-day life. Frisco and McKinney look almost identical online. Like I already said, same price ranges, same type of home, same school ratings popping up everywhere. So naturally, most people assume you really can't go wrong. But that's exactly how people end up in the wrong place. Because living in Frisco and living in McKinney, they feel very different day to day, and most people don't realize that difference until they've already moved here or moved to these cities. So what I want to do is break this down in a way that actually helps you decide which one's a fit for your life, not just which one looks better on paper. Hi, I'm Tiffany Caballero. I'm a top 1% agent here in North Dallas, and I've closed over $500 million in home value with my amazing clients. So if you're looking to buy or sell, text me. I would love to help make your experience the best it can be. So on the surface, these two check all the same boxes. They do have great schools, safe areas, a real suburban lifestyle, newer homes. So it feels like you're just choosing between two really great options. But what you're really choosing between is something deeper. You're choosing between convenience and space, polished and structured, versus kind of that relaxed and spread out and a faster pace versus a slower pace. And this is what people get wrong. They choose based on what looks good online instead of how they actually want to live every single day. And if you're trying to decide between Frisco and McKinney right now, you've probably already noticed how similar they look. But I'm curious, which are you leaning towards so far? Because most people already feel pulled towards one and they just haven't figured out why yet. So let's start with Frisco and how it actually feels to live there. Frisco's structured, it's clean, it's efficient. Everything feels intentional. You've got corporate hubs nearby, shopping, restaurants, and entertainment all close to each other, and actually really quick access to the major roads. So your day-to-day life here, it just feels easy. I live here. You're not driving far, you're not figuring things out. It's already built for you. And especially if you're relocating, that feels really good. It's predictable, polished, and it just works. Now, the pros of Frisco are very real when you live here. You're incredibly close to everything: work, shopping, restaurants, entertainment. The schools are consistent, strong across the board. There's a ton of new development if you've watched any of my videos. So everything feels updated and modern. It's one of the strongest areas in DFW for that long-term appreciation because of everything that's still going to be built up around us. And overall, it's one of the easiest places to plug into if you're new to the area. But there's also some real cons that people don't always think about up front. You're definitely going to pay more per square foot, no question. A lot of homes feel tighter than people expect for that price, and it's just busier. There's more traffic, there's more people, there's more movement. Some areas can feel a little more cookie cutter and less unique, and for some people, the pace just feels faster than they actually want once they're living in it. So the real question with Frisco becomes, do you want the convenience and the structure, or are you going to start craving more space and kind of a slower pace once you're actually here? Okay, let's talk about McKinney, because this is where things really start to shift. McKinney feels more relaxed. McKinney feels more relaxed almost immediately. It's still growing, it's still developing. There's more variety, but it doesn't have the structure that Frisco has. There's more space between things and just more breathing room overall. Your day-to-day here feels slower. It's gonna be less congested, a little more grounded in neighborhood character. And for a lot of people, that's exactly the draw. The pros of McKinney really reflect that lifestyle. You typically get more house for your money and often bigger lots. It's quieter, it's less crowded than Frisco. There's more character in certain neighborhoods as you kind of move around the city. You've got long-term upside. You know, there's still developments continuing to push north and east. So overall, it just feels less pressured day to day, but again, there's trade-offs. You're going to drive more. That's something people consistently underestimate. You don't have the same immediate access to everything. It is further away from Dallas, so it's not as polished depending on where you are. Commutes can be longer, especially if you're working closer to Dallas or to Plano. And for some people, it can feel a little too quiet or a little too spread out once they're actually living there. If you like the hustle and bustle, Frisco may be a better fit. Now, here's something else that almost no one talks about, but it matters a lot depending on your budget. If you're looking at new construction in that $300,000 range, McKinney is one of the only places you can still realistically find it. And this is where communities like Bloom Ridge, South Ridge, and East Ridge really come into play, especially as you move towards that 380 corridor that I talk about a lot. These are not luxury communities, okay? But they are new. They're clean, and they give you an entry point into a brand new home that you simply cannot get in Frisco anymore. In these communities, you're typically going to see builders like D.R. Horton or Meritage. These are production builders, so you're getting efficient layouts, quicker build times, and more aggressive pricing. It's not custom, it's not high-end design, but it's functional and it's new, and it gets you into the market at a price point that matters to a lot of buyers. Okay, so now I'm up in Northeast McKinney. So it is further out on the other side of downtown, just like Simpson was. And I would say it'd probably take you 12 minutes to get to downtown McKinney. Definitely super well established. You guys can see the background. And I'm at Meritage again. I was gonna show you guys Trophy, but they have a sticker on the front that says they are out today and it's closed. So I'm gonna take you into the 2-story model on Meritage. And remember, right now, as the date of this video, so make sure you look, they're offering a 4.99% interest rate. That's pretty great. And it comes with a refrigerator, washer, dryer, gutters, irrigation, all the things that you would need. So I want to kind of show you what you would be getting. This is a little over 2,000 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-story. It is on a 40-foot lot, so it's a little bit smaller lot, but this is gonna start around $350,000. And they do have a 1-story, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, same square footage on a 50-foot lot. So if you wanted a bigger lot, you could get it. But I wanted to show you what this looks like. Okay, so let's move into, we've got a 1/2 bath here, which is nice. And it does look a little more slender because it is on a 40-foot lot, but it's still really cute. Getting a 2-story, almost 2,100 square feet house, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath for $350,000 with everything included. I think that's pretty legit. And you still have a pretty good backyard back there. All right, let's move into the primary bedroom. Gosh, that's a king and you still have lots of room. So that's a good size. And then of course, we've got the stand-up shower, the double sinks, and a really big walk-in closet, which is nice. Light and bright, which is always inviting. Let's go see, let's look at the laundry room. This is so cute. You've got a gas stovetop, got great cabinetry. This is the pantry. So that's a good size. There we go. That took some strength. Remember, the washer and dryer comes with it. You can't beat that. A 4.9% interest rate right now with where interest rates are, $350,000 with all of that included. Geez Louise, and you're in McKinney with McKinney ISD, and all this area is growing. So it's not like you're, out in the sticks, because you're not. All right, great big game room. All right, and then I showed this to you in Simpson Crossing that they have the spray-in, which is gonna help your energy bill a lot. You got that little nook over there, and then you've got 3 bedrooms here with the shared bath, good sizes. Bathroom, good size. And then this, I like the Pac-Man. And then this one. If you're needing the game room space, a 1-story is good too. The 1-story had an extra bathroom. So if you do have 3 kiddos and you don't want them all sharing the same bathroom, then there are other options for that. But you can get into this neighborhood, a huge house, lots of bedrooms, lots of bathrooms for under $450,000. 4.99, washer, dryer, refrigerator, gutter, sprinkler system. It's just a really good, legit offer. So if that is something that you are looking for, let us know because we can help get you in. Now, East Ridge is one to really watch because it's gaining traction. I've started to get a lot of calls on it. You're still seeing affordability compared to the rest of Dallas-Fort Worth, and it's pulling in buyers who want that new construction without stretching their budget too far. And this is where the contrast becomes really real. You are not finding new construction in the 300s in Frisco. It does not exist anymore. Frisco's entry point for new builds is significantly higher. And even on resale, you're going to be pushing above that range. So when people say Frisco and McKinney are exactly the same price-wise, they're not exactly telling the truth. Now let me show you the map of the 2 cities so you can really see what I'm talking about. Okay, I wanted to show you guys where McKinney is and where Frisco is in reference to that. And so I'm gonna get my little draw tool so you guys can see the outline, the red outline of McKinney. And I'm just gonna do it kind of crazy so that you guys can at least see. Things I wanna point out. Do y'all see where New Hope is? That's a different city, but see how McKinney kind of has a thumb that goes up here? So when I'm talking about East Ridge and South Ridge and those areas, they're way over here, all right? So you can see that it's at the far east edge of McKinney. And you've got Painted Tree that's being built here, and it's going to be more expensive. But these homes out here, they're in the 300s. So if you want to get into McKinney and McKinney ISD, then that's a great place to start. Painted Tree, probably in the high 400s, low 500s, but you're gonna be on really little lots, like 40-foot lots with kind of skinny homes, but it still gets you into an amazing master plan community like Painted Tree. But I wanted to show you guys, I'm gonna erase that, and then let me show you Frisco. We just looked at McKinney, and you saw that it was like, oh, all this over here. Well, this is Frisco, okay? We got a little jet out right there, and it goes all the way down to 121 highway and goes up here, and this is 380. That's the border of Frisco and Prosper. And so you can see that Frisco and McKinney border each other. This is kind of the border of Frisco and McKinney, all right? And so I wanted y'all to be able to visualize it because I think it matters, and being able to see it in the metroplex that it is far, far north of Dallas. Okay, now let's talk about schools, because I know that's a big factor. Most of these communities fall into McKinney Independent School District, which overall is a strong district with above average performance, but there is more variation depending on zoning compared to Frisco Independent School District, which tends to be more consistent across the board. So in areas like Bloom Ridge or South Ridge or even East Ridge, you're typically gonna see schools landing somewhere in the mid to upper range. So 6 to 10, 8 to 10, depending on the school. That doesn't mean that they're bad schools. It just means that they're not all top tier across the board like what you might expect to find in Frisco, but still all very good schools. This is where the biggest lifestyle difference really shows up. It's not the homes and it's not even the schools. It's how your day actually flows. In Frisco, you're closer to work hubs, closer to everything you need, and your routine is tight and more efficient. In McKinney, you've got some room, some flexibility, but more driving, it needs to be built into your life. So instead of thinking about the house, think about your actual day. Where are you going? How often are you leaving your house? How much does your commute really matter to you? Because that's what determines whether you feel comfortable or frustrated once you live here. And my quick question for you, what matters more in your daily life? Is it convenience or is it space? Because that answer alone will push you heavily towards one of these cities. All right, now let's talk about price versus value, because this is where people get tripped up. On paper, these areas can look similar in price, but what you're actually paying for is very different. In Frisco, you're gonna pay for location, access, proximity, convenience. In McKinney, you're getting more space, potentially more house, and a quieter environment. So when people say they're the same price, they're not. You're just allocating your money differently. And here's what I see happen all the time. The people who choose Frisco and regret it usually wanted more space, more quiet, and less pressure than they realized. The people who choose McKinney and regret it usually underestimate the commute, the driving, and the distance to and from everything. They thought the space would matter more than it actually does because of their daily routine. So it isn't about which one is better. It's about which one actually aligns with you and your life and your family's life. If you want to simplify this completely, choose Frisco if you want convenience, proximity, and a lifestyle where everything is already built around you. Choose McKinney if you want space, a slower pace, and you're okay trading a little bit of convenience to get that. That's really what the decision comes down to. And if you're trying to figure out which one actually fits your situation, or you want info on specific neighborhoods, builders, or what's actually available right now, text me. I can walk you through it based on your budget, your lifestyle, and what you're really trying to accomplish so you don't end up making the wrong move. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the house. It's about how your life is going to feel once you're here. And if you want to go deeper, I've got more videos breaking these areas down so you can really get a feel for each before you decide. So thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you watch my other McKinney Frisco videos and reach out, text me. I would love to help get all of your questions answered. And until the next video, I hope you have a great rest of your day.